Michigan punch set to jump it up. Kip Kissinger tosses it in the air, and Trey White controls Kansas basketball, and they will have a very distinctive home court advantage.
They haven't played in 9 weeks. I'm looking for some adjustments tonight. They love the pick and roll to spread the court just like that.
Punch switched on to Peterson. Lob, no. It was actually a shot. And there's Tiller with the offensive rebound of the putback. He's been quiet of late. In fact, against Kansas State on Saturday, the guy who's averaging better than 8 had just 1 point. Pierre, who played really well with 11 second-half points last night in the win over Oklahoma State. This is punch. Bidunga got a piece. The defensive player of the year in the Big 12.
I love the way Melvin Council pushes the basketball. Every time he gets it, he's on the move up the court.
Feed inside. Bidunga as the double comes. Council uses the ball fake, and then that scoop. He's so good at not using the glass in those shots where he's up in the air and just gets the floater to go, overhand or underhand.
We need a floater contest between him and Milos Uzan. But Melvin's got that shot down. What a revelation for Bill Self's team this year.
The kid, a transfer from St. Bonaventure. If you hear fans sounding like they're booing, they're actually kind of barking, woofing like dogs, because he talks about how you got to play like a dog.
Well, I don't know that I can remember a player who's only been part of this program for 1 year that is more popular than what this young man has done, not just with the fan base, but John, with his coach. His coach loves his energy.
Yeah, no doubt. Bill Self, 23rd season as Kansas head coach, won it all in 22, and of course back in 08.
Now, Bidunga can play in that 5-out offense because he's become a better ball handler.
Council, little short, loose ball. Bidunga dives on it, and they'll go possession arrow, and it belongs to TCU. Jamie Dixon, the former guard at TCU, and in his 10th season now, and his 7th 20-win season after coming over from Pitt to his alma mater.
That's right, and John, they're one of the hottest teams in the country. They've won 9 out of 10. They're heading to the NCAA tournament, and he has done quite well returning home to Fort Worth.
Yeah, they won 6 in a row coming in. Punch with Bidunga on his hip. And now Harding. That's Edmonds. And Trey White with the rebound. Trey White, who averaged 14 and 7, had a really nice year for Kansas.
He sure did. And he's been really good lately, the last 10.
Council wide open.
It's crazy. You know, he's not supposed to be a great three-point shooter. Of course, he made 9 in the game at NC State, but he makes them when they matter.
7-0. Kansas with the lead here in the early going. Robinson short with that shot.
Not the start you want if you're the Horned Frogs, especially in this building.
And now Peterson looking to turn the corner and draws contact. And Melvin Council Jr. grew up in Rochester along with Jaden Bradley.
You know, he played in a junior college gym in New Rochelle, New York 3 years ago. That probably averages about 200 fans a game. And then Wagner over on Staten Island, if you don't know your geography on the East Coast, St. Bonnie's. But here, man, it would have been amazing to see him over 4 years here.
Feed inside, Tiller. Oh, and the stuff wouldn't go. TCU trying to get on the board. Lelevicius off the glass. That wouldn't fall.
I'll tell you, Flory Bidunga has not blocked a shot yet. But because he's back there as the defensive player of the year in the league, he spooks you.
Tiller feeds Bidunga. And they say it's a carry.
Now, what TCU did in Allen Fieldhouse is they attacked Flory with David Punch and Edmonds. Right now, they're not aggressive, taking it at the shot blocker.
Tanner Toolson is checked in for TCU, had 19 in the win last night. It's a TCU team that they make their living at the defensive end. They turn it over. And back the other way we go. Kansas ball when we has come back and won. It was an incredible night. And they were down, what did you say, nine with 1:13 to go.
Exactly. And after that game, I've seen Bill Self happy in 23 years many times, but that was in the top 5, and he stayed on the court after the interview with Scott Van Pelt. The student section waited for the interview to be done, and they just cheered him off the court as he headed to the locker room. Great moment. Illegal. You know I'm not a fan of moving screens, and
I'm familiar with your work.
Yeah,
Fran.
yeah. It's a foul that should never happen. Just stand still, 2 feet on the ground.
I still think you're biased against the big guys.
Well, I always have been.
I know, but
good reason. No, in all honesty, I think it's something that needs to be taught better. And we've seen it, every team is setting illegal screens.
I don't know where Jeff Van Gundy is, but I got to get him to give you a call. Punch fires. That's off the mark. Tipped out. Council.
There he goes.
Full head of steam. Council at the basket. Got it rejected.
Oh, but I love that speed, John. He puts so much pressure on the defense, and he gets you easy baskets, so you don't have to always score in the half court.
Lilavicius gets it to Punch. Step back, and that jumper wouldn't go.
Good challenge by Flory again. I don't think you want to fade away from him. You want to take it to the rim and try to get him in foul trouble.
Tiller inside, spins, shoots, hits. How about Kansas channeling Brett Saberhagen and pitching a shutout over 15-20 or 5:20 into this game?
One of the things I like about this start is, what is Peterson at? Maybe one shot?
And finally, it's Edmonds to knock down the shot, and TCU is on the board.
John, Peterson takes 35% of the shots when he's on the court, but right now it's everybody being involved, and that's a good thing.
(9-3) as Pierre flips it up and puts it home.
Nicely done. The Providence transfers had a solid year. I did not think this TCU team would be the team that it is right now back in November. Jamie Dixon's done a great job integrating these transfers.
Peterson has been quiet. He's 0 for 1 and has not scored. Shot clock under 10. White working on Toolson. White jumper. And it scrapes off the rim and out of bounds.
Well, Jaden Pierre from Elizabeth, New Jersey. He was a couple-year starter at Providence in the Big East. And he and Harding, they're a small backcourt, but very, very steady. This is a team that really has, in my opinion, overachieved. Think about it, John. They knocked off Florida. They knocked off Wisconsin. They have played some good basketball. Iowa State at home.
Yeah, they got off to a great start. And now Harding. And the little guy pulls up for the mid-range and knocks it down.
He started at Iowa for Fran McCaffrey the last couple of years.
Council lob and a throwdown for Tiller.
That's one of the reasons Bill Self loves that guy, because he activates the lob game.
Well, there are a couple of guys to our right, former Kansas players that enjoyed the lob game. The Morris brothers. And Lilavicius gets to the basket and lays it in, and all of a sudden, we get a 2-point game.
Yeah, this is a very scrappy TCU team. They're really well connected on both ends of the floor.
White jumper, that wouldn't fall. Harding the board.
Yeah, these are shots, the last couple I don't like if I'm Bill Self.
Levicius, and TCU has the lead.
Remember, this guy lit it up in Allen Fieldhouse. Well, that's bad defense. He celebrated.
McDowell draws the contact, and Jamari will go to the line.
Well, if you're going to play for Bill Self, you've got to be able to make this pass, because the lob is part of the nomenclature of Kansas offensive basketball, and you got to love what Melvin has brought to this team. And on the other end, Levicius went for 23 in Allen Fieldhouse, picking up where he left off, the young man who is from Lithuania but transferred from Oregon State.
Yeah, last year with Oregon State, averaged just under 9, in that similar range this season. As Badunga will check back in, Trey White will grab a seat.
Just a piece of trivia, John. Oregon State contributed 3 starters in the Big 12 this year. Parsa Fala up at Oklahoma State, and Michael Ratai down at Baylor. Wow.
McDowell not able to hit, and a 12-2 TCU run.
I always feel with this lineup that Micah Robinson has got to stay aggressive. The sophomore from right here in Kansas City with the ball right now.
Harding from deep. And Levicius, offensive board. Toulson. And now it's Darryn Peterson, and Kansas into the front court. Peterson.
Got a crowd, Darryn, with purple jerseys.
Off balance shot, and that rims out, but he'll go to the line. Darryn Peterson has not scored. He'll have a chance to do so from the line when we return. Center as they try to win and advance to the semis to take on Houston, and Tiller and Council have done all the scoring. Darryn Peterson will go to the line. And he will shoot 2.
You know, it's so good to see him back on the court, John. Last 10 games, he's playing a lot of minutes. 29 minutes. Offensive juggernaut, averaging about 18 in that time, 38% from 3. And given what he's gone through this year, this gives Kansas a real chance heading into March Madness.
Now, missed 11 games this year. Ironically, Kansas went 9-2 in those games.
Well, I think lately they've integrated him back into a lineup that already had 3 double-figure scorers. Does that make sense?
Indeed. Toulson kicks out. And now Harding.
Got to shoot that. That's the guy I want to shoot more.
Toulson from way deep.
That's just not a good shot.
Offensive rebound, Robinson. That's short. And eventually, I think it went off the leg of Toulson. Yep, and it'll be Kansas basketball.
You know, you just love the energy Flory Badunga plays with. Now, he doesn't have to get on the floor. He's usually playing above the rim, but he's gotten so much better this season. Obviously, a great defensive player, improved offensively. We both love the way he's improved his passing as well.
Our officiating crew, Kip Kissinger, Gregory Nixon, and Jason Garrettson. Garrettson, worth noting, pretty cool, 3rd-generation official. His grandfather, Darryl Garrettson, an NBA official who's a Hall of Famer, and then his dad, Ron, officiated in the NBA as well. Jason officiating in this one. And there's Peterson, a little bit strong. Punch the board.
In the last game, Jaden Pierre at 6'1" guarded Darryn quite a bit of that game.
Peterson goes to help. Punch off the window, no good. Levicius, no good, but he's fouled. And while we have a moment, we take a peek at the T. Rowe Price ACC men's tournament bracket. Duke escaped as Florida State had a chance at the buzzer to win it, and they are into the semifinals, awaiting the winner of North Carolina and Clemson. And Miami and Virginia have advanced.
And remember, Duke playing without 2 starters, Caleb Foster, Patrick Gamba. John Shire said he's not going to play them in this tournament, both nursing injuries. We might not even see them in the opening round in a 1-16 matchup that they're likely to win very easily.
Tied up 13 apiece. John Shelby, Fran Fraschilla, and Angel Gray here in Kansas City. The Phillips 66 Big 12 men's basketball tournament as Peterson can't hit.
Oh, good job by Tiller to keep it alive, but he couldn't control it.
Harding now kicks out. How about Layla Vicious going to the basket?
TCU actually brought a big smile to Coach Dixon's face, and he was telling his team just keeping it simple on the offensive side was a big reason why they went on that 12-2 run. He was telling them drive and kick and spacing. They're executing.
Glory Bidunga with a couple of fouls for Kansas, so that bears watching. Under 10 to go here first half. And our final quarterfinal of the day. The winner gets Houston in the semis.
Kansas can play small with this lineup, John. They've done it all year. It actually helps their pick and roll game because you got 4 facilitators, and you like throwing it cross court, but not that out of control.
McDowell jumper. That 3 wouldn't fall.
I love the idea that Angel talked about keeping it simple. They play vanilla basketball. They keep it simple on both ends. Look at this guy.
Inside, there's your guy, Xavier Edmonds. Xavier Edmonds had 14 of the win last night.
Junior college transfer from Salt Lake Community College. And his stats in Big 12 play even better than in a non-conference.
White at a wide open look at it, knocked out of bounds. Kansas ball.
Watch the big fella, young man from Los Angeles, California. Jamie Dixon actually recruited him to TCU, but he had to go to JUCO route. And he has put up much better numbers in conference play than he actually did when he got off to a slow start to start his Division I career.
He was actually the top-rated JUCO recruit in the country. Marco Jackson. And now Jamari McDowell. Floater in the lane. That rims off. Layla Vicious has given them really good minutes here so far in this one. He's got 8 points.
Oh, great pass. Shoot that.
Pierre lines it up and hits it.
He's kind of hesitated. Great pass by Harding inside. And you saw the IQ of Edmonds, who was about to get double teamed, and he hooked past it to Jaden Pierre.
That one knocked away. Pierre inside, tried to spin it up and under, couldn't do it. Kansas led this game 9-0. They've missed their last 7 field goals.
This is very reminiscent of the game played in Lawrence 9 weeks ago.
Jackson will try and hit Marco Jackson.
Well, if you're a Kansas fan, you know how much he's improved this season, and that jump shot is starting to become reliable. Really good athlete coming out of New Jersey. Love to see him keep improving.
This last year with that knee injury. Edmonds working on White. He's got the size advantage. Layla Vicious gets another. Lachauris Layla Vicious with 11.
John, you watching Edmonds diming people?
Council. And now Harding will take it the other way. TCU leading it by 7.
When I say vanilla, Jamie Dixon's going to get some rest. They do keep the offense simple, and they're good at what they keep simple. TCU is still getting what they want because Edmonds, when he does get double teamed, he's got a really good feel for a kid who played junior college basketball.
And Layla Vicious with another good start against Kansas. He's got 11. He had a career high 23 in that January 6th game at Allen.
There's that mismatch. They switched again. They haven't done that tonight much.
Edmonds on Peterson, overshot it, shot clock violation.
Let me just say one thing about junior college basketball. I wasn't implying that he didn't play, that he didn't know how to play, but the competition at the Big 12, obviously a big adjustment. His school, Salt Lake Community College, one of the best junior college basketball programs in the country.
23-16, Elmarco Jackson gives to Council with Edmonds popping out. Council into the paint, and there's Bedunga with the tip. Flory's been saddled with a couple of fouls here in this one, and he's been quiet.
I think it tells you something about Bill Self feeling like he needs his energy out there to get this team going. There's a switch again.
Harding kicks, and Robinson can't hit. Bedunga. Peterson gets hit hard, and Darryn Peterson hits the deck.
Well, Flory Bedunga has historically been a very, very efficient scorer around the rim. He doesn't have the full arsenal of jump shooting and jump hooks and things like that, but his energy level, his timing, those tip shots, you know, it's not easy to catch lobs, John. Not that I would know or you would know, but he's a great lob catcher as well, which is important if you play for Bill.
I think you could have left me out. Bedunga inside, Flory off the glass and in. Point blank, and he gets it to go.
Yep, he's hard to guard in there. He's gotten more physical as a sophomore, and you could see it.
And this pro-Kansas crowd starting to make some noise. Feed inside to Punch. He has the size advantage on Council. Toulson. And Peterson flies in and grabs the board. Darryn Peterson with Toulson on him. Peterson inside. That is beautiful.
Remember, he dropped 32 against this team, his only 30-point game of the season. So he's confident that he can put the ball in the basket versus this opponent.
Kansas within one. Punch off the mark. Here's Council. Council racing up ahead. White scored and one. Trey White to the line.
Well, you're seeing a mix of why Kansas is good. They've got multiple scoring. There's Darryn creating a little floater, but I absolutely love this speed. Watch. I mean, you got to be kidding me. What an energy provider this kid Council has been.
Plays with a lot of energy, a lot of joy. It's an 8-0 run. Here's Angel.
Well, guys, when it comes to Trey White and Melvin Council, they said they play fast and they play free. Actually, they were joking around at a press conference. They said Trey White told Melvin Council at halftime, he said, "I think we're the fastest guards in the country." Melvin looked at him and said, "You think you're fast?" I think we saw it on spool display.
Hey, Angel, the reason he's fast is because he's running with the fastest guy in the country.
Jaden Pierre as they push it into the front court. Punch, Toulson, and Robinson have not scored for TCU. Back the other way, Kansas the lead. Peterson, his jumper.
Wet.
It's a 12-0 Kansas run. All right, you guys, Fran Fraschilla has picked it up. Trying to match his energy level. Our game summary right there. Lelavicius with 11. Peterson started to heat up. Here's Harding now.
This takes on a very similar tone. It was a back and forth kind of game in Lawrence, and TCU went on an 18-3 run in the second half, but great defense by Kansas.
Inside punch reverses, well done. First two of the game for Punch, coming off a career high 26 last night. Council, bad pass to Tiller as that one bounced off his shin.
Yep, they set up pick and roll right there, but the pass was not accurate.
Pierre feeds Punch, and Tiller rebounds the miss.
TCU's missed a few bunnies at the rim.
Tiller tipped out. TCU within 3 as we close in on the 3-minute mark in the first half. Feed to Punch. Size advantage on White. And backs him down and puts it in.
Kansas has gone back to switching again, and when that happened in Lawrence, Jamie Dixon's big guys punished those guards. That time, White had no chance with the physical punch.
Here's Peterson, lost the handle. A turnover back the other way. TCU a chance to take the lead. Robinson.
Hey, 18 on the clock, a lot of time, get into it right away. All right, 1 and 2 back, you're crashing, all right? Simple plays, great passes, great passes. They're doubling down, they're doubling down.
We're extending now.
Rim run. All right, the rim run beats them down.
Jamie Dixon in the huddle. We're tied at 28. And again, when you look at TCU, you start on the defensive end. That is where they hang their hat, as one might say.
Well, and you and I both remember those great teams that he had at Pittsburgh in the Big East. And they were all gritty, tough kids, most of them from the East Coast, New York, Jersey. And he's recreated this style in Fort Worth, his alma mater.
Council gets it to Peterson as he works on Pierre. Council rolls it home.
It's amazing. And you know he's going left. You know he's going left, but he's just so fast.
1-point game here at T-Mobile Center. Good ball movement. Pierre rolls out. Now White and Kansas on the move. Ooh, Peterson not able to connect with Bedunga. It's a turnover.
I would say right idea. The execution wasn't good. It was a great left-handed pass by Peterson. He just was off target.
Kansas and TCU squaring off for the second time this year. The other January 6th when Kansas came up with a win in the late stages. Harding, that one missed just about all of it. Here's Council. Feeds to Elmarco Jackson. Back out Peterson. Peterson inside. And he goes tumbling down. And Darryn will shoot 2.
This is a great play by Peterson, and all good scorers do this. The defender there's no way he can get legal, so he just drives into the guy. And he fosters the contact, but it's a great offensive play because the defender has to throw his body out there. But it's Peterson who starts it.
Now Peterson wincing a bit as he came down at his shoulder. And we'll keep our eye on that. This is the free throw. Continues to kind of maneuver that left shoulder.
John, when you watch all these terrific young players in this league, you know, Flemings and DeBonsa, Peterson, some of the others, they really know how to play the game offensively, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, the ability to draw fouls, Peterson and DeBonsa are both excellent at it.
And they see the guys in the league, the NBA do it, and they just they emulate it.
Yeah, go to school on it, and it's already part of their game. Punch, puts it in, and one. He'll go to the line.
Beautiful. That's classic side pick and roll right there. And that's what we call a pocket pass. Jayden Pierre threw that pass from his right pocket. I want you to watch this pocket pass right here. Boom. And White's late, and of course if you're late on Punch, that's not really a good play, as physical as David Punch is. Young man from Central Texas, Harker Heights, right down I-35.
Short on that shot.
All right, we're in that 2-for-1 zone like in the first half. You don't want to shoot it too quickly, but you get it up around 40, you got a chance to get 2 possessions. Let's see if Peterson recognizes it. He should go now and just shoot it.
White, as they find Peterson again. Shot clock winding down. Peterson jumper.
All right, I'd hold it now for 1.
Now 4 seconds, the differential shot clock and game clock. Pierre way downtown, bang.
That was the same play, pick and roll, but that time the defense stayed back on Punch, and Pierre smelled it out.
Council kick out, Tiller, and that 3 wouldn't fall. And we go to the break, TCU with a 3-point advantage. And you see the distinction. Bidunga got into some early.
TCU was throwing at them. He said they did not handle it very well at all. He said right now they're doing a 4-3 behind. They're stretching the floor, so they're trying to make sure that they're getting more looks, moving the ball around the perimeter. Also, he said they did not get Flory Bidunga enough touches. He only had 4 points. They want to see more of a post presence on the offensive end.
Peterson sets up, had a good look at it, and there's Tiller putting it home.
Well, Bryson's been solid tonight for a young man who's not scored a lot of points lately.
Harding gets a piece of the paint, finds Punch. And now Edmonds backing down. Edmonds overshot it, out of bounds. Kansas basketball.
And John, when Angel talks about Bill saying 4-on-3, what she's talking about is anytime Kansas is in pick and roll, 2 defenders on the ball, that means there's 4 white jerseys around the rest of the court. They're really good at usually moving it out of the trap and swinging it to the second side like that.
Trey White finds Peterson. Peterson off balance, shot wouldn't go. Bidunga couldn't come up with it, and it's TCU basketball.
Darryn Peterson knows he's got small guards on him, so anytime he's got it in range, he's going to let it fly, but he's only 2 for 7.
Punch says to Micah Robinson, come here. Robinson losing his footing a couple of times there.
We saw David Punch really execute that offense with his passing last night.
Harding, ball fake, jumper short, tipped out. And then Robinson trying to thread the needle. Here's Peterson, and he's fouled.
Now, I'm going to be critical of Micah Robinson again. I don't know why he passes the ball right there. And he's talking to his teammates right now. He is a good player. In fact, some nights he's the best scorer on the floor, and I'd like to see him stay aggressive.
And his 11 points a game, and I mean, pretty close to the rim at that, trying to thread that needle.
And his teammates just told him that. Yeah. Shoot the ball. And he gets fouled a lot, too.
Peterson makes his first. He has 9 to lead Kansas. Edmonds inside, missed that shot. Punch had it blocked. Punch with 6 coming off the career high performance last night, including a pair of threes. He had been 0 for 8 in his previous 6 games from 3.
I like TCU's execution inside, but they've got big guys that they have to score over.
That one tipped out, Edmonds, and now it's Peterson. Kansas on the move.
He knows he's got a small guard on him, John.
Counsel from Peterson. Tiller trying to flush it, couldn't do it, and he gets fouled.
Well, Darryn made a great read right there with that little hook pass to the other side. And Bryson Tiller smelled out the miss.
Foul on David Punch. That is his first. Kansas leads it by a point. Tiller at the line, a 68% free throw shooter. Kansas as a team very good from the line, 77%. So the lead is 2, and now Lelevicius will check in for the Frogs.
It's going to be interesting to see who's going to guard Lataris, because he is wearing Kansas out in a game and a half.
Tiller gets them both, 3-point advantage, and Bryson Tiller with 10 points. He had 6 points total the last 3 games. Brock Harding picks up his dribble. Harding trying to find some space, kicks out Pierre, launches, and Punch tracks it down.
And they come with a double right away.
Peterson gives off White and the two-handed stuff.
I'll tell you what I loved about that. That was a missed shot that bounced out the Punch, and Kansas still double teamed him and came up with a steal.
Pierre turning the corner, back to Punch. Badunga had his hand on the ball, and now Punch inside. Gets it to go and one.
Now watch the good pressure defense on Punch, and it forces the turnover. And watch Darryn Peterson, open court. He could go either way, keeps it simple, and finds Trey White. And then Punch just will not be denied right here. And Flory was wondering why it was a foul. He did come down. Again, those officials are really concerned about verticality.
Badunga with 3. Punch hits, and it's a 2-point game. So Flory Badunga, 3 fouls. Counsel in and out, rebound Badunga, and Flory gets fouled.
That's what I love, that Flory, he fouls Punch on one end, and he said, okay, if I get the ball, I'm going strong to the basket. They got a jump ball. No, I think they've got fouls, right?
Yep, they got a foul.
Yeah, I like it.
Foul will be on Xavier Edmonds. That is number 3 on Edmonds. So an undersized team, and they're 6'8", I guess center you'd call him on this team, has to sit. Badunga misses the first. And how about the SEC men's tournament? The quarterfinals coming up on Friday. All set except for Arkansas waiting the winner of Oklahoma and A&M. Bama and Ole Miss will play. Vandy and Tennessee. And Florida and Kentucky. Is Florida the favorite to win it all right now?
No, they're one of the 4 favorites.
Okay.
It's Arizona to me, Duke, Michigan, Florida. To me, those are the 4 best teams in the country right now, John. Last year, we had chalk. All 4 number ones got to the Final Four, and all 4 of those teams I mentioned, I believe, on Sunday night will be 1 seeds.
Yeah, those are really good teams. Tiller swats it out of bounds. And TCU basketball.
Well, minus the 3-game slump, John. We've seen Bryson Tiller, who did not play high school basketball last year because of an injury. We watch him continuing to get better and better. What I like about him, John, is he's got a really good passing feel and IQ for the game, along with that size and athleticism.
Yeah, left ankle injury that cost him. Lelavicius.
Wow.
And 1.
Wow. How about this guy?
Latauris plus tax and a chance to tie the game with a free throw.
Well, Bill Self, over a game and a half, has not had somebody who could stop this guy, and it's almost like he knows it also because he's playing with terrific aggressiveness.
Tied up 40 apiece. Latauris Lelavicius earlier this year with a career-high 23 against Kansas. Good active hands by TCU, and now the Frogs a chance to take the lead. Pierre probing, gets a piece of the paint. Toulson kicks out. That's Pierre. And White had it for a moment. Tipped out of bounds off TCU, and it's Kansas basketball. 40 apiece here at T-Mobile Center. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by
Belmont under Rick Byrd. Tom Crean knows that coaching staff well from his time at Western Kentucky, and Casey Alexander is going to be I think offensively especially, John, he's kind of a savant.
Yeah, also more importantly, he's a big Cub fan.
Oh, there you go, man. It's one thing to be an offensive savant, but in this league, you better play defense, as we all know. But a great hire. Good for Casey.
Very cool.
Yep.
And that's a travel. Greg Nixon on the call, and a turnover gives the basketball to TCU.
Tanner Toulson not taking any guff from anybody.
No.
When they make the Sean Farnham story,
Yeah.
I'm going to be calling Tanner Toulson and say, do you want to star in it? But you got to be able to score like Sean did. Toulson had a great night last night, John, didn't he?
Toulson flips it up and puts it in.
See?
Tanner Toulson at 19 against Oklahoma State, but that's his first 2 of the game. Council, and that rolls off. Tiller inside, and Bryson Tiller will go to the line.
Well, the young man whose dad played for BYU, Tanner did also, until he transferred to Utah Valley. Now at TCU. Dad Andy played in the NBA with the Utah Jazz. Great basketball family. I did tell him about Sean Farnham last night. He had a big smile. And, you know, Sean, of course, covering the WCC all those years and being a West Coast icon, he lit up when I told him that.
Yeah, Farney sent me a picture of 18 or so year old Sean Farnham, and I mean a dead ringer for Tanner Toulson. So we got a 1-point game. Kansas trails it. TCU with the ball and the lead.
Tell you, these guys are really methodical, John. They run good stuff. They know what they're doing. The ball moves.
Toulson getting into the paint, up and under. Left hand wouldn't fall. There's punch.
Man. Oh, you talk about mitts. He's got big mitts.
And Flory Badunga getting set to check back in for Kansas. White finds Tiller. That wouldn't fall. Lelavicius with the board. And TCU looking to add to their lead. Robinson got it. Micah Robinson just 31% from 3, but he knocks that one down, and all of a sudden the lead is 6 for the Frogs.
I'll tell you, speaking of David Punch, Toby Awaka today was just incredible, John. What a season
he's a beast.
had. Yeah.
Great rebounder.
And I think David Punch has got that in him here the next couple of years.
Let's check in with Angel.
Guys, David Punch had 26 points last night against Oklahoma State. He has 11 tonight. He told everyone in the media, he said, I feel like I can showcase my versatility coming into this tournament. He felt like that was a big question of how many different things he can do on the floor. He said, I want to make sure that everyone understands how deep my bag is.
And again, he is part of a TCU team that is undersized.
Yeah, but he makes up for it, John, with that toughness.
Bedunga going at Punch. Flory throws it down.
That's a great play by Flory because I think he knew that Punch, with 2 fouls, didn't want to commit the third.
Remember, Edmonds has 3 for TCU. Harding.
Oh.
Look at Peterson reading that and leaping in the air to intercept.
Exactly. Levovicius didn't realize they were going to double team Punch, and he just threw across court.
Peterson off the mark. Bedunga puts it in.
He's impossible to guard 2 feet from the rim. It sounds silly, but that's how you shoot 70% from the field. Remember, he made 32 straight field goals in high school.
Harding. And now Robinson, the Kansas City kid. The pro-Kansas crowd making noise. Shot clock winding down. Toulson. And Tanner Toulson put his head down and was able to draw the foul. That'll be on Peterson, his first.
Yeah, John, watch how agile Flory has become. He's a big guy with a lot of strength, but the agility, ability to put it on the floor, finish around the basket is really well done.
He's one of the more improved players in the league as he has doubled his scoring average, and the rebounding, which he had last year, has gone up, and he's continued to be an elite level shot blocker.
And you love the way he's improved his passing this year. Last year he averaged 1 assist every 50 minutes.
Yeah.
This year he's averaging 1 assist every 19.5 minutes.
And as I am an expert in catching lobs, he has done a great job receiving the lobs. And look, Bedunga with 79 dunks. It's tied for second most in Division I. White picks up the dribble. Peterson. He's got the bigger Edmonds on him. Peterson going to work inside. Hangs can't hit, but he'll shoot 2.
Now, is that foul on Edmonds? It's not, because Edmonds has 3. And I'm not sure if Darryn knew that he had 3. Probably did, but I love the fact that he attacked the big guy.
That foul is actually on Levovicius, his first. So it is not on Edmonds.
Right.
So he still has 3. And Peterson knocks it down. Really good free throw shooter at 82%. Just 2 for 9 from the floor. Gets them both. Greg Nixon, Jason Garrettson.
Got a little blood, maybe?
Yeah, Greg Nixon going over to look at something.
Okay, so in that play, okay, they got it straightened out. I think Bill Self said, would you mind checking to see who the foul was on? And you see right there, boy, that wasn't in any contact. Actually, the foul looked like it was on Edmonds.
Agreed.
Yep. So Jamie Dixon caught a break right there.
48-47. Got a tight one here at T-Mobile Center. The winner to play Houston in the semis tomorrow.
All right, Kansas has gone to a 5-out switching offense, right? Defense, excuse me.
Shot clock winding down. Do they see it? Robinson inside.
Oh, that's
and
a foul.
Toulson. Yeah, they got a foul. I was just saying, wow, Greg Nixon was a little late with that.
Yeah.
He called it out of bounds and then called a foul.
Foul on Toulson.
But I think that is the correct call.
Yes. And I don't care if it's late. It's the right play.
Toulson picks up his third. Yeah. He has 14, and it's Darryn Peterson with a dozen on the other side. We get a 1-point game.
Greg Nixon, referee Greg Nixon and Tanner Toulson having a laugh over there about that late foul, which obviously Greg Nixon got right.
17 fouls on TCU, so it's 1-1. And Elmarco Jackson will go to the line. Elmarco Jackson, 80% free throw shooter, and makes the first to tie the game.
You know, what I like about Elmarco, he missed last season with that knee injury, but he's been very efficient this year, John. Offensively, he plays with great energy. Bill Self trusts him defensively. Played at South Kent Prep School up in Connecticut.
Kansas has the lead. Jackson gets them both. And the crowd's starting to buzz a little bit. Pierre feeding Edmonds, and he threw it away.
If I were Xavier, I would have held on to it a little bit longer to kind of survey the court. He got rid of it quickly. He had a guard on him, so he needed to be a little patient right there, and he just misfired that pass. And now punch back in, so they'll go big.
And Lelavicius will grab a seat. Kansas with the ball and the lead. Peterson being harassed. White will try. Punch the rebound.
Here comes a double team.
Feed inside, good post position, and punch absorbs the contact.
Well, that's only the 14th foul, so TCU will inbound it underneath. But a nice job by Edmonds to flash to the high post, and when you do that, you spread the floor. Watch this.
Robinson looking for space, lost the handle. It's a turnover. 8th turnover for TCU. Elmarco Jackson. So Kansas with a 1-point lead, and Elmarco Jackson giving Bill Self productive minutes. Jackson at the line. And rattles it home. Crane, you know what Sunday is?
Yes, I do.
Selection Sunday, and it all starts at 6 Eastern on ESPN with SportsCenter. Reese and the guys will look at the men's field of 68 as it's announced. Bracketology at 7, and then at 8, the women's field of 68. And a complete breakdown of each region follows at 9, all on ESPN and the app. Kansas on a 10-1 run. It's not quite Allen Fieldhouse, but you can tell how pro-Kansas the crowd is Edmonds from deep. Punch the rebound. Punch up, and he's fouled.
What's happened, John, is because Kansas has gone small, Trey White just cannot handle David Punch inside. Trey is a small forward, and in that 4 perimeter offense with Flory inside, David Punch is just taking advantage of that size and ability.
So Punch at the line as he shoots 2.
This is kind of what I meant when I said TCU is vanilla, because they keep things simple. When they get a mismatch like that, they just go right at you and exploit it. And I think it's such a mismatch that we're going to see Bryson Tiller back in. Let's see who he comes in for. It's going to be White, so they'll go big now. So again, back and forth, and that little chess match we talked about in the first half.
1-point game. We close in on 10 to go. One semifinal is set. It'll be Arizona and Iowa State tomorrow. And a bump on Edmonds.
And see, Edmonds, he just can't guard Peterson out there. That's going to be 4.
Yep.
And Darryn Peterson, that's smart, because now look, you got Pierre trying to teach defense to Edmonds right now, but it's a little too late. But give Darryn Peterson credit, because once the big guy comes out there, he just goes right at him.
Right at him.
Yeah.
Yep. No doubt. So Peterson at the line, 2 for 9 from the floor, but 7 of 8 from the free throw line. So he's got a dozen.
Well, I don't want to jinx him, but every time he shoots the ball from the foul line, it's just so pure.
Do you feel like you're capable of jinxing him?
No, not this guy. No.
I've started to go to shoot-arounds and try it. Guys will shoot free throws, and I will say off to the side. Peterson's made 22 in a row. Just to practice to see if they can handle the announcer jinx. 3-point game, 10 to go here from T-Mobile Center. John Shambi, Fran Fraschilla, and Angel Gray. The winner gets Houston in the semis tomorrow. Punch inside and 1. And a chance to tie it. David Punch.
This is beautiful, because what Kansas is doing is they've gone to a switching 5-out defense. They use it different times all year. So now they switch to guard on the Punch, and that is a mismatch every day of the week. Every game, John, Bill Self decides whether to switch 1 through 5, 1 through 4, or 1 through 3. When you switch 1 through 5 against David Punch, you're asking for trouble.
He couldn't convert the free throw, so Kansas still leads by a point. Peterson just has not gotten on track from the floor. Had it knocked away, wanted a foul. Bedunga gets the foul called.
Think about last year. We talk about Flory's improvement. Last year, there was no space inside for him playing with Hunter Dickinson, who was the fulcrum of the offense. With this team and the perimeter scoring they have, he is so much more effective, along with the idea that he's improved physically and skill-wise as well.
Kansas 18 of 23 from the line, and their last 8 points have come at the free throw stripe. And Bedunga knocks that one down, 67%.
And that's a big improvement from a year ago. That doesn't happen by accident. He's obviously put the work in.
Played his high school ball in Indiana, Kokomo. Played some high school soccer.
Kokomo, one of those hotbeds of small town Indiana high school basketball. So now with TCU small, Bill Self can go small, because Bedunga can now guard Punch. But I don't like the switching. Let's see, they're going to try to switch again, and they don't switch that time.
Bedunga and Punch wrestling. Pierre gives off to Punch with Jackson on him. Bedunga comes to help, and they kick out. Under 10, Pierre.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow, that rolled in.
Wow.
Jaden Pierre with the 3. And we're tied at 55 apiece. Council will try. And that 3 would not go. We stay deadlocked at 55.
Better watch Lella Vicious, because you know he can fill it up. This is where TCU's very judicious with the ball.
Toulson collects, tried to spin it home, but he draws the foul.
Watch Pierre. He has the ball at his waist. And I don't think the defender thought he was going to shoot it. And he does, and then he just gets the ring around the rosy right here. Well, look where his hands are, down by his hips. And I think it's surprised Council. And then he gets the friendly roll.
17th foul on Kansas, so Toulson a 1-and-1. Paul Mbia is going to check in for Kansas. 7-footer to give him some minutes.
This young man has not played very much. He's only taken 3 shots the whole season. Great size, very raw. Played last year in France. Asvel is a team owned by Tony Parker. He played on their junior team. He's probably going to just fill some time until the under-8 TV coming.
So we got the media timeout coming up. TCU by a couple. Council to White. And a travel. So Kansas turns it over.
And we said it earlier today, John, this TCU team is going to be formidable in the NCAA tournament. They could beat some teams.
Harding hesitates, looking for space, up and under, left hand wouldn't fall. That goes in, and I believe they'll credit it to Edmonds.
Open court for Peterson.
Lost the handle briefly. Peterson, and that rattles out. And he was a little frustrated. Inside, and that wouldn't go for Pierre. He wanted a foul call. Peterson at the basket, and one. Darryn Peterson with the bucket.
He knows how to make contact. Open court. Wow. Okay.
Kansas down by 2. Angel, you were listening into the huddle.
Yes, and I've been in a few of Bill Self's huddles, and a lot of them are usually talking about the X's and O's or the defensive end. But he looked at everybody in the huddle and he said, hey, how about we play with some joy and personality? So I don't know how you track that, Fran, but wanting to see more of that from his team moving forward. He said, win the next 4 minutes.
Yeah, I like it, Angel. You know, this time of year, teams that advance and go deep in the tournament like playing with each other. They like practicing, they like being around each other, and that joy is critical. We see it every time we see a celebration when one of these teams wins their conference tournament. That's going to be off Pierre.
Out of bounds, turnover, Kansas basketball, and Council right in the middle of it.
Quick hands by Melvin. You know, this league has some great veteran point guards. You think of Jaden Bradley, Taman Lipsey, Melvin Council Jr., Themis Folks from UCF. Brock Hardy's been solid this year, the transfer from Iowa for Jamie Dixon.
Peterson feeding it to Bedunga. Flory inside, rattles that home, and we're tied.
He put that ball up between 2 defenders inside.
Well, Marco Jackson getting big minutes here. Punch at the basket. And let's see who the foul is on. Oh, they got Flory.
Yeah, yep.
And Bedunga with his fourth. And the fans frustrated. Yeah,
that's body. Yep, that's body. Top was clean. Top was ridiculously clean, but body on the drive.
Punch hits the first. TCU back in front.
At 6:29, Bill Self's going to elect to stay with Flory. You know, he was plus 15 at the half, and TCU was leading by 3, so it just shows you how important he's been.
Council gives it to Peterson, who will move it into the front court. Well, Darryn Peterson hasn't really gotten going. He's 3 for 12 from the floor. Jackson kicks inside and finds Peterson, who's fouled.
Smart play by Darryn, and we always love the guy who, when there is a baseline drive, cuts from the weak side. We call that a burn cut. And a good job by El Marco to take it baseline. We used to not ever let players go baseline, but it's really effective, especially when the teammates know where to cut to. Corner for the 3, dive to the basket from the top.
This has been a physical, choppy game. Kip Kissinger, Gregory Nixon, and Jason Garrettson, they've had to activate the right arm a lot. $61 apiece. Harding into the paint, the kick out to Pierre.
Toussaint loves to drive it. Oh,
Peterson
set play.
cuts him off. Now Pierre with Council on him. Shot clock winding down. Harding way downtown. And Bedunga the rebound.
Here comes Melvin.
Council to White. And Kansas has the lead. Timeout TCU. Back here at T-Mobile Center, and Kansas with a 3-point advantage.
And here comes that speed, John. He puts pressure on you because you have to contract your defense to keep him out of the lane. But once he attacks the lane, it opens up the shooters. And give Trey White credit for getting down the floor. But you know what that is? Playing with Melvin Council all season. If you're a big guy, you run to the rim. If you're a shooter, run to the corner, because you know what? Uncle Melvin will find you.
Trey White, 44% from 3. The much-traveled Trey White, who went from USC to Louisville to Illinois and now a Jayhawk, and he's had a very good year.
You know how many school T-shirts those two guys have?
Harding hesitated, and he got the step on the defender and put it in.
You know, we don't talk about him as much around the league, but this is a kid that got the MVP of a tournament in San Diego when they beat Florida and Wisconsin.
Peterson went behind the back, and is that going to count? Yep.
What you love about Darryn is he's going to make contact with the offensive player, and it's smart. Take a look now, because the offensive player is not in position to be legal. He never got back in front.
So here's Peterson. now with 20. And that bounces off. Toulson pulls down the board. 3-point game.
Got to try to get Punch a touch, but it's much tougher without the mismatches he's enjoyed tonight because Flory is toe-to-toe with him.
The air inside. Bidunga rejected him. Oh, Peterson. Nasty move. And that one rolls off.
Yep, good no call because Darryn was trying to force it.
Jackson and Kansas going the other way, and they get a foul on Pierre.
Well, the great thing about this block is Flory did not switch onto the ball handler. He stayed back because he had to guard his man, but he was still in position to make the block. Here he comes, and that ball is on the way up. And I'm watching David Punch right now, and he's exhausted.
Punch and Bidunga having a quick chat as Jackson goes to the line. 66-63, 4:21 to go, and Xavier Edmonds checking back in. And Toulson will grab a seat.
Well, Marco came into tonight shooting 80% from the foul line. And every time he gets up there, he looks like he's going to knock it down. And that wasn't the case when he played as a freshman.
Jackson gets them both. Well, Marco has played north of 20 minutes in this game. And playing here down the stretch. Yeah, and he's on Harding.
Yeah, he's been harassing Harding.
Peterson takes it away. Peterson at the basket. Couldn't stuff it. Out of bounds, TCU basketball. Wow. He had a golden opportunity for the steal and the dunk, and he couldn't get the stuff to go. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball.
Going to be a lot of first-round picks coming out of the Big 12 this year. The record is 7 in the first round. Good chance it's going to go beyond that.
Under 4 to go. Kansas by 5. Lelevicius catch and shoot. And now Peterson. And White almost lost his footing that time.
Bill Self always great out of timeouts. Let's see what he draws up. Little slip screen. There it is. Yep. When you know the defense on the pick and roll is going to show hard the big guy, slip your guy out to the rim. Right out of the timeout.
Tiller with 13.
Not many better out of a timeout than Bill Self.
Punch inside, and he'll shoot 2.
Let's go back and watch, John. You expect TCU's big man to show on the screen, and there goes Punch, and we said he looks like he's a little tired and he's lost. Bryson Tiller just jumped on I-70 and went right by him.
Yeah, I don't know that there are many better than Bill Self out of timeout. I mean, just drawing it up. We talk about getting the lob.
And what you got to do when you do that, John, is you have to anticipate how the defense is going to play you. And he knows they show hard on ball screens. He takes what you do well and he uses it against you.
I feel like you were wandering towards the Bum Phillips quote about Don Shula, right?
Take his and beat yours.
Yeah.
And take yours and beat his.
There you go.
Yep.
5-point game, 3:02 to play here in the second half. And a lot of free throws being shot in this one. Melvin Council Jr. handling.
Nice.
Look at that move. White will try again, wide open. That rolls out.
Can't argue with that shot.
No, it's a good shot.
Yes, sir. Good penetration, good kick. Punch is dangerous when they go 5 out.
Oh.
He threw it too hard.
Well, Toulson was cutting towards him.
Yep.
So he wasn't anticipating the punch was going to pass it to him.
You know, I don't know this, but I've been watching David punch the last few minutes. To me, he looks a little fatigued.
I would agree. Xavier Edmonds checking back in, so punch off of 26 last night, 19 in this one. Edmonds been saddled with foul trouble, just 5 points in those 4 fouls. Peterson, step back jumper, wouldn't fall. Marco Jackson had it blocked.
Oh, he lost it out of bounds,
Wow.
Robinson. Yep. I'm not sure I'm not sure the coaching staff wanted that shot with that much time on the clock, but watch Robinson right here. He goes to turn his head before he had the ball. Cardinals sin like a wide receiver.
Feed into Flory Bedunga. And Kansas 10 on the shot clock. Council uses that quickness, but Edmonds blocked it. And now good hands by Kansas. Marco Jackson takes it back.
And Robinson slipped, trying to get that basketball.
At times the court has been an issue in terms of footing throughout the first few days. Marco Jackson, shot clock winding down. Jackson wouldn't fall. Toulson pulls it down. TCU down 5. Let's see where they go here. Oh, wow, they got to travel.
Can't do that. Got to call the foul first. Got to call the foul first. He did travel, and Jamie Dixon feels the same way. Take a look right here. That is a foul. It's a foul either way.
Yeah.
And they've missed a few both ways tonight. You just have to call that a foul.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You just got to be consistent.
And that's a huge play right there. Kansas leads it by 5. They had the ball, and they'll run some clock here. Less than a minute to go. Timeout, Kansas.
All right, here's another chance to watch Bill Self in action right now. 13 on the clock. He saw his team wasn't organized, and usually something good comes out of that huddle. Look at him with the clipboard. I love watching him. He's done this 50,000 times since he was a young head coach at Oral Roberts. Hard to believe he lost 18 in a row over his first 2 seasons, but there, Tulsa, Illinois, and then the dream job in a sense, because remember, the Oklahoma State Cowboy was a graduate assistant for Larry Brown back in the 80s, and he returned back to Lawrence. Remember his story? He was a counselor at the Kansas camp. He got hurt, and Larry Brown felt so bad because he played at Oklahoma State. He said, anything I can ever do for you, please let me know. He goes, yeah, I want to be a grad assistant. Larry forgot about it. All summer, Bill showed up in late August, and they had to keep him because Larry was a man of his word, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah, now he's a Hall of Famer. 2 national titles. Kansas with the ball. And 10 on the shot clock. In the hands of Peterson. Bill Self directing traffic. Got to go here. Peterson spinning, shooting, hitting. Ooh. Kansas by 7. Punch inside. Punch. Robinson rebounds.
Got to shoot a three here if you got it.
Just got to shoot it.
Yes.
Peterson grabs it. And a foul on Toulson.
Well, this is what the NBA scouts are going to remember as the final play of this game for Darryn Peterson. Just terrific, smooth, skilled.
Knocks that one down. He's got 23 to lead all scorers. He's done the bulk of his damage from the line here in this game. Just 5 of 17 from the floor.
Well, the coolest thing about watching him play tonight and over the last 10 games is that the medical issues seem to be bygone, and that bodes well for Kansas as they head to March Madness, that is.
Well, Darryn Peterson in this game has played 37 minutes.
Yeah, how about that? That's great.
Punch at the basket, and the stuff timeout TCU. Well, busy day of basketball here at T-Mobile Center in Kansas City. 4 quarterfinals. It started with Josh Jefferson and Iowa State getting all over Texas Tech.
Big 12, better than ESPN. And those guys have done it all year long. We've watched young guys grow up, and we watch great coaches and great games, and we wish the 4 teams left all the best.
White calls timeout. And while I have a moment, special thanks to our man Marcamento for handling the stats.
Absolutely.
All year long. As I've told him and looked at him, you're doing great, Mark.
We're really lucky. The team that gets put around you and I make us look good, I would say.
Hey, thanks to Angel Gray.
Absolutely. Welcome to the club, Angel.
Yeah, awesome to have you. Yeah, 5-second call, so turnover. Robinson buries it, and it's a 4-point game.
You got to bring everybody up and just gamble.
And they foul Elmarco Jackson. They'll march it down to the other end. All right, so Darryn Peterson, again, not particularly effective from the floor, but overall when they needed him, he came through with some big shots and had 24.
Yeah, he's just a marvelous talent, John. The first time I saw him in a Kansas uniform in September, I was at practice visiting Coach Self and staff, and Darryn Peterson made 8 straight jumpers in a scrimmage, and every time he made one, Bill looked at me and said, "We see this every day." And luckily he's gotten healthy at the right time. How about Marco Jackson? He's been stellar at that foul line.
Rattles it home, and Jackson with another. He's got 11, and he's played 25 minutes. Toss down punch, 3, got it.
All right, 1 possession game.
Wow.
You know what's great about that? And that's by design. I don't think they have any timeouts left, but I love the idea that you throw it down the court because it doesn't take a lot of time rather than dribble it up. So now you just got to try to get a 5-second count.
Yep.
And make them throw it deep.
And they foul Elmarco Jackson, and he'll continue his work at the free throw line. Kansas is 28 for 35 from the line. And we documented earlier, they're a good free throw shooting team.
Well, Marco 8 for 8 tonight.
Yeah, the former McDonald's All-American. Remember his freshman year, he was out on the court a ton. In fact, he started the first 15 games of his career.
He was also a great high school lacrosse player. Wow, 10 for 10.
Well, Marco Jackson with a big game off the bench as he finishes with 13. Bidunga tips it. That one fired at the basket. It rims out, and Kansas will move on. Bill Self's group